to my channel. My name is Amanda if you are new here. On this channel I post tons of DIY home decor content, budget-friendly designs, and renter-friendly upgrades for your apartment or home. Today I am so excited to share a project with you guys. I am building a bar cart and I'm so excited to take you guys along the process. Before we get any further into the video, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. It really means a lot. So if you like today's video, make sure to subscribe, click the like button, check out the other videos that I've posted. In today's video, I am building a bar cart. Like always, I am doing it as budget-friendly as possible. All of the materials for this came out to around $75, give or take. I have a couple of the items already, so I didn't factor that into the cost. And without those, definitely still less than $100, which is a great deal because the bar cart that I took my inspiration from is one from West Elm. I'll pop up a picture on the screen. This bar cart goes for over $1,000, which obviously it's beautiful. I'm sure it's crafted so amazingly, but I really think that I'm going to be able to accomplish a similar look for way cheaper. This DIY is super beginner friendly. The only material you need is a drill, nails, and your wood, and then some finishing things. I got all of my wood from Lowe's and they did all the cuts for me, so no saws needed. So the West Elm bar cart has a caning detail. Caning can get pretty expensive, so I decided to use raffia instead. But feel free to go for the caning if you want. It's just a lot more expensive. You can find it on Amazon. The raffia that I bought was about 700 feet for $8, whereas the caning would be about 200 feet for $20, just to give a rough estimate of the difference price-wise, like $60 to $8. So I went for the more budget-friendly option, but feel free to do the caning. I'll link the caning down below in the description, and I'll make sure to link all of the materials that I used in the description as well. I am hopeful that this should be a pretty simple DIY with a huge impact. So let's get started into the video. All right, y'all, so before we actually get started building, I thought it would be helpful to just go over all of the measurements and materials that I gathered for this project, just so that when I reference them later, you guys know exactly how long the pieces are that I'm talking about and all that. I will have everything listed in the description, pretty much a step-by-step on what I did and all of the measurements included, so that it's super easy for you guys to see visually. But I started just by making my little mock-up drawing here and writing out the lengths of wood that I would need. So for the wood, you only need 5 2x2x8s. They run for just under $4 at my Lowe's. You do need those pieces cut into a lot of different pieces. Like I said, at Lowe's, they were able to do those cuts for me, which is so helpful. They should be able to help you out with that too. So no saws or other power tools needed except for the drill. So for my cuts, I wrote them all out. I'll share them with you now. You're going to need 6 10-inch cuts for the depth of the bar cart. I was going to do 12, but the shelves, I found a 10-inch board, which was a lot more cost effective. So I figured 2 inches less would be okay. And since we're using 2x2s, it adds 2 inches on either side, either way. So the total depth of the cart is 14 inches. Then you need 6 pieces at 32 inches, and that's going to be the length of your bar cart. So for the front and back shelving. And then lastly, you just need 4 pieces cut at 30 inches, and that's the height. Most bar carts are typically 28 to 32 inches, so I went with 30 inches for this one. And other than that, other materials I grabbed stain. I'm keeping it super natural since, like I said, I got that raffia ribbon on Amazon. I want to keep it all that natural wood tone, just with a nice finish so that it is protected from anything that might spill on it and just give it a more complete look in general. And then on Amazon, I also purchased a stem glass holder and a hanging wine rack, and I'll have those linked below as well. I also picked up 3 packets of 4 corner braces, just little tiny braces, so that I place the shelves into the frame, they just sit flush and they can sit on those braces there. I also picked up 1 long thin pine board. I picked up was around $13 for a 1x10x8. Since my shelving is 3 feet long each, I was able just to get them to cut that into thirds. Super easy, and that is going to be the shelves. And then the very last thing that I picked up was a heavy-duty medium cardboard box and PVA wood glue. I'll get more into what the cardboard box's role is in this build. 1, save money on wood, and 2, not have to use any other power tools other than the drill. So before we get into the DIY section of this video, I thought it could be fun to take you guys thrifting for some bar cart essentials. You can find almost everything you need to style your bar cart super cute at a thrift store. So I had to pop over to Lowe's anyway, right across the street from a Goodwill. So I thought it'd be fun to take you guys inside and show you some things that you could pick up. I have a little list of essentials that I think are easy to find at a thrift store that I see fairly frequently, such as like wine glasses, decanters, little bowls, cutting boards, ice buckets, things like that. So let's go inside and we'll see what we can find. Okay, so after looking at books, I just came over to the home decor section. I'm here in the wood aisle. As you can see, this bowl is kind of beat up, but I kind of like it. You can always find little wood boards for like charcuterie boards, cutting boards over in the wood section. So a great place to look if you don't have a bunch of those. I have a bunch at home, so I'm passing them up today, but you can always find items like that. I love both of these bowls here, especially the one on the bottom with these little legs. So cute. This vase is so pretty. I like the shape and I like the really deep, rich tones. There's so much glass you can find here. I love this little vase. I think it would be cute as an ice bucket or also as something to kind of hold your tools like spoons or stirrers, things like that. This little bowl is so cute. I love the like reeded glass or whatever that's called detailing on it. And I love the two little handles on the side. That is so cute. The pink color is really adorable too. So now I'm over in the like metal section of my thrift store. I think that this would be awesome for another ice bucket. I know I said the glass one, but this would probably do a better job at keeping everything nice and cool. The thrift store is a great place just to find like layering pieces in general. So I really like this little like bowl and tray situation, but you can always find a bunch of metal trays. That would be awesome for layering, just styling everything in general. This vase is kind of cute. It would be cute for like a stem, but oh my gosh, this bulldog little tray is so cute. So there is a Moscow Mule glass here, but it's the only one, so I'm gonna pass it up, but keep an eye out for those. Over in the glassware section now, this amber wine glass is so pretty. It is the only one, just like the Mule one though. Honestly, I don't need more glasses in my life, but it's kind of fun just looking around for like rocks glasses, and you can always find a bunch of unique items at thrift stores, so just always fun to look. Something else that I really wanted to search for while I was here were little china plates. You can always find really pretty, unique plates. Nice just for styling. I love this rosy colored one underneath. I couldn't find the whole set. I think it's really pretty though. So I'm obsessed with this little like saucer or whatever it is. I'm over in the ceramic section now, but I think I'm also just obsessed with anything that has handles on it. Another great thing to look for is coasters. I feel like I always find them here. I really like these little like shop boards or snifter boards, whatever they're supposed to be for. There's only one, so I'm gonna pass it up, but I do think that that would be a cute little thing to add onto a cart. So baskets are always something good to check out at your thrift store. I'm looking for kind of like a tray. I found one a week ago that I really liked, so I'll probably just use that in the styling. I didn't see anything I super loved today, but baskets are always great. This tray is actually pretty cute. It's kind of more simple and modern for what I'm going for, but a pretty good find. So I picked up a couple things, successful Goodwill run, and I will do a haul when I get home. Okay, let's do a little thrift haul. I picked up a couple items at the thrift store today. I didn't go too crazy. So this first item is this glass container. You can see it has really gorgeous detail on it. I thought that this would be super fun to put your utensils in, like little spoons, stirrers, all of those things. You could use this for ice if you weren't gonna have it out for super long, but I think it would be nice to have just for your bar utensils. And then the second glass item that I picked up was this tiny glass tray. I think it's so cute. I love the two handles that it has on the side, all of the detailing in the glass as well. I just think it's really pretty. That's that vintage touch. I think this would be cute if you put like olives in here, anything like that. The next thing I picked up was this wood vase. I wanted to find a way to add some height to the bar cart, as well as bring in some of those deeper, richer tones. So I found this wood vase. I think it'll be really pretty either with some like greenery out of it just to bring some life into the cart. I thought this was a great find. This was only $2.99, and then I didn't share as well. This container was $3.99, and then this here was only 99 cents. Next thing that I grabbed is kind of just a personal thing that I thought was fun. The school that I went to, the mascot was a bulldog, and I found this gold bulldog tray. I loved the grassy color of the gold, and I just thought it was super cute. I just thought this could be fun to style on there as well. And then last but not least, I picked up 2 books. I already took the covers off of both of these actually, but the first one that I got, I love this mossy green color of it, and it is actually a book about prosciutto. When I was looking in the book section, I was kind of looking for things like cocktail recipes or books about wine, but you know, at the thrift store, you never know what you're gonna find. So some days it might be there, some days you might not find anything related to that. So I found this book about prosciutto, which is kind of silly, but you know, wine, charcuterie, that all pairs together. So I thought this could be cute up there. I liked the color of the book. And then what else pairs great with wine? Pasta. So I grabbed this book all about pasta. It's called Lorenzo's Pasta. I mostly bought this just because I actually wanted to use some of the recipes in here, but I do think that this could be nice for layering on the bar cart as well. I was really looking for a glass decanter at the thrift store. I see them there all the time. Today I wasn't able to find one, but keep your eye out for those, and that would be an amazing thing to find at the thrift store for such a great price. So with that, let's get started into the actual build of my bar cart now, and I will show you guys how I styled all of these pieces when it's finished. I thought I would share with you the layout of how this shelf is going. I think it'll just be easier to show you first instead of trying to explain it as I'm drilling them together. So you can see here I have it laid out how I want it. I have my pine board sitting in the middle here, and then everything just surrounding it here. Making a frame, making sure that your 32-inch piece is on the inside rather than the outside, so that pine board will just sit in there once we put the brackets in. So I'm just gonna start by drilling all of these sides together, leaving this board out of the equation for now. And let's get started drilling it all together. Okay, so as you can see, I screwed all of those pieces together. This is the frame of our shelf, and then this side here is what is going to be the actual shelf portion. I am installing little L brackets to support the shelf instead of just screws going in the side. The braces from underneath holding the shelf up are just going to be a little more secure, holding the shelf from the bottom rather than just screws going into the side. So this piece here should just slide right in here. You can see that there is a lip on this side here. That's where the brackets are going to be supporting it from the bottom, so that when I flip it over, it is one flat shelf. This is what it'll look like once it's all screwed together. I'm going to go ahead and add those brackets in, and then I'm going to build up the other 2 shelves. So you can see all of my brackets are screwed in, one on either short side and then one on either long side, so that when I have my shelf, eventually the whole entire thing put together, this shelf here is able just to slide right in there and sit flush right on top, being supported by those brackets on the underside. And yeah, so that is one completed shelf. Got 2 more to go, and then we get to put the whole thing together. Okay, so I have all of my shelves built right next to me here, and now my next step is putting on the legs of the bar cart. I have my legs all in front of me here, and I've measured them all out so you can see where each shelf is gonna go. First one is gonna be flush with the top, and then second shelf slightly closer to the top, third one little extra space just for some extra visual interest, just so that they're not evenly spaced around. All I have to do is drill shelves into these, and then we will have almost the completed bar cart. So I have the whole frame of the bar cart built behind me, as you can see. I'm just gonna show you guys what I picked up from Amazon for this project. So I ordered a stemware holder, a wine rack holder, also the raffia ribbon to go around the frame of the bar cart. So this looks like the stemware holder. Okay, so here's the stemware holder. It's just gonna hang from, I think, the top shelf. Glasses just slide right in there like that. Nice. So this didn't come with hardware, but I have things that I should do. So hanging wine rack holder goes this way. And then lastly, and it looks really good, is the raffia ribbon. So I'm nervous that this is not gonna be enough, but since it's from Amazon, it comes in about 2 days. So if I need more, I can always get more. But I'm going to start wrapping the frame with this raffia ribbon. I'm just gonna use glue, brush the glue on to the sides just so that it's extra secure. I don't want it to ever snap and then unravel the whole thing. So I'm gonna glue it all down, but we are going to get started with that right now. So this is what we're working with so far. I just put this shelf in just to see if everything was fitting fine. But I'm gonna move on to making the arc at the top of the bar cart. Since I don't have power tools at home, I was trying to think of ways that I could get the structure to be in that arc shape. I thought I would use cardboard. If you mix PVA glue and 50% water, like half and half ratio, and you glue them together and then do another layer on the outside, it makes it super, super strong. Since that part is not weight bearing, I figured that that would be just fine to make the curves out of cardboard. So let's get started with that. So I'm voicing over this part because I actually messed up making these arcs twice, just being honest with you guys. So I'm voicing this over here, but I ended up first time just making arcs, and I was going to use that 24-inch wood piece, but I figured it would be so much smarter just to make the entire thing cardboard because it would be a lot lighter, and I just thought it would work better. And then the second time I made them, I tried to make it 32 inches, but silly me, it needs to be 36 inches so that I can go across the whole top of the cart. Heading into some of the final touches of the bar cart before I install the arch. Here I am nailing in a piece of 2x2 that I had left over. One, this helps me so that I can sink larger nails into a piece of wood to attach the wine rack holder, just in case it has some heavy bottles on it. And then two, since I have a lip on the bottom of the bar cart, it was going to be challenging to slide bottles in there, so this gives just a little extra space for the bottles to sit.
Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met.
And then last but not least, just drilling in the stemware holder on the middle shelf. I didn't show too much, but here I am drilling in the final piece of the bar cart. I decided just to go for one arch. Honestly, one, because I ran out of raffia ribbon and didn't want to have to purchase a whole other roll for one arc. And then two, my second arc kind of came out wonky. So just being honest with y'all, I'm going with one arc here. Here I am just drilling into the bottom part using a brace, securing it through the bottom part, and then also you're able to drill directly into the cardboard since it's so many layers together. It attaches very sturdy. I also went around and duct taped the entire arc just to give it a little extra secureness. Very last step is just to cover what is exposed with the rest of the raffia ribbon. This is the completed bar cart. I am so happy with how it came out. It was very tedious, mostly just the wrapping of all of the raffia paper ribbon. That honestly probably took me about 8 hours to complete. It was kind of crazy, but I am super happy with how it came out. As I said in the last clip, I did decide just to go with the one arch, mostly because I ran out of that raffia ribbon and I would have to do a whole other Amazon order just for wrapping one arch. And my second arch kind of came out wonky since I was cutting it by hand with cardboard. Honestly, it just wasn't looking too great. So you just have to be really, really meticulous while you're cutting it out since it's not wood. Of course, if you have the tools, you can make the arch with wood, which would definitely come out a little more seamless. But for saving money, I don't have the tools, and it was just the easiest option for me. I think that this came out super great, and I'm really excited with the final product. But now it is time to get into styling of the cart and finishing touches.